Welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. I'm your host, Bubba Starts, and with me today is Clayton Ryan and Zander from the Clayton Ryan Band. Boys, you're in Sioux Falls.
And I'm not being held here against my will.
Yeah, not like the last time, huh?
No, it's good to be back in South Dakota.
Yeah, it's good to see you in South Dakota, man. You guys have been doing a lot of work on the road. Obviously, you're up in the cities, playing everywhere. But you're on the road now with Liam St. John and just kicking this one off. How many dates on this tour?
Just 3. I guess you could count it was 4, but we played Wednesday night back at home in Minneapolis, and then we're just going in for 3 dates. And then everyone goes about their ways, doing their own stuff, but it's going to be fun. It's a good old Minnesota, or a Midwestern trifecta. Got South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin.
There you go.
3 days.
So you guys got a little bit of traveling to do tomorrow then? Overnight tonight?
No, actually, we're going home tonight.
Okay.
Because everyone has responsibilities back at home.
You might get around 4 a.m. or something like that, sleep in our own beds and hang out.
Yeah, it'll be good to get home early and then just hang out until the show, take it easy pace, and then actually tomorrow night tonight we all get to hang out. Actually, hang out with Liam and his band, and then show them a little bit of the Minneapolis St. Paul hospitality. And then we got to drive back too from Wisconsin on Monday, so that'll be.
Yeah, Mr. Basis has a 7 a.m. flight, so we have to leave right away.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, everybody looks at us like, man, you guys get to live that sweet rock star life. You're like, yeah, awesome. A lot of windshield time, a lot of nothing on top of nothing, driving through the cornfields, and now all the corn's gone too. It's harvest season.
Yeah. We smelled it on the way here, that's for sure.
The corn's gone. It's like, what do we have to look at anymore? Crap.
Not much. So what's been new, man? We just finished the summer. You guys had a busy one, I know. You've been all over the place. New music. I saw you just got a new song out with Molly Brandt. Sounds incredible. Clayton, congratulations on that. But yeah, what's been happening, man? It's been a while since we got to chat with you.
Brother, we are just running around doing the thing as we always have been. It's just a matter of keep presenting a better product every time, and then I'm on less social medias than I was the last time we talked. I've successfully removed almost all my music from Spotify. I had a crash out the other night on TikTok, and I think I'm done with it. I'm realizing that everyone is always saying you got to do this and this and that, keep your videos going, and I don't know if anyone has ever stopped to think like, do I have to do
Right.
this? And I'm starting to think that maybe the answer is no, at least not in the capacity I've been working on it. So
Right.
that's
It's
the
just
big experiment.
We only have so much time, right? And I think your time is better spent writing new music and performing or in the recording studio. But all of that gets expensive too. But at the expense of what, right? All the social media time at the expense of your sanity isn't doing anyone any good.
Yep.
And isn't really advancing your career, right? Especially, I appreciated one of the videos you made. You were on the road for a bit, thinking too much, and you stopped at some gas station or somewhere along the way, and it was really the break from Spotify. And I've been saying it for a long time now to a lot of our artists, and I say it on the podcast quite a bit, where it's like, man, these companies ain't doing nothing for you. You're spending all of your time driving people to this Spotify list. It's never going to make you a single frickin' penny. There's better ways to spend your time doing something productive for yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean, even just not having to look at that number every morning and wonder, gee, I wonder how I could get that number 10 people higher, or even, I don't know. I don't want to be peddling the pre-save link in the bio anymore. And honestly, too, I don't know, I'm starting to think that maybe there's a tact to it. Like, I don't need a million people to like me, but I need like 200 that'll show up to shows and check in on me and treat me like an actual person and not just like a hot commodity, which I've never been one, by the way. There's never been a viral commodity status yet. So I'm not saying like I'm too good or nothing, but literally, I don't know. If you make people, it's like when my mom would make dinner, and if we had one thing to eat at night, I love that salmon or whatever she cooked. But if you give people a whole buffet, they eat until their stomachs are hurt. And I'd rather just try and give people a nice steak every single time. And they might have to save up for it, or they might have to find it, the best place to get it. But I'm tired of the buffet that is just endless exposure to me and my endless exposure to the internet. And it's making my stomach full, man.
Yeah.
And it's time to start eating lean and healthy. And I think that's the method going forward. It'll take me twice as long, 3 times as long. It might not ever happen for me because of this method, but I don't. If you can't tell, I don't care anymore. man. I make a
Better for
living.
your sanity.
I make a living doing this, and it's on my terms, and I hope that we can look back at this one day and people will be like, wow, I could have done that too, or I'm glad that I listened to him and did it too. Or I can look back at it one day and be like, God, I was so wrong. I was so wrong. I should have kept doing my lip syncing videos, and I should have kept asking people to pre-save the link in the bio. I'm sure that life would be a whole lot better had I done that.
Well, you know what? I made an album with some good friends of ours. Tom Freer, obviously, one half of the Cottonwood Boys, and we worked with Tom, Diami Giroux, incredible musician, Johnny Hastings, who just won the regional song competition at the Wild West Songwriters Festival. So I got to work with some of my favorite musicians in the world, and instead of playing the game, I said, screw it. I have a website. I know how to make this a product on my website. I'm going to put it out there. I had 3 people buy the record in the first day. I was like, that's more money than I've ever made on Spotify. And not that I pushed it as hard as you do. I had a few singles that came out, but then the podcast started kind of taking over. But even with the podcast, I mean, I got 300 episodes out, right? I'm not doing it for the likes and the things and the follows, right? I mean, we have over 250,000 views on the YouTube now, but that's because we just flood the content, right? I don't care who's watching, right? It's about this. It's about connecting with other musicians and connecting with people, and I feel like that's where you're getting to, right? You've played the game. You realize you were never going to win that game, and even when you won, somebody was going to be there to take it from you at a moment's notice. I don't know if you had any situation where some of your songs got pulled down off of there, but I know several friends that are dealing with that now. They've invested all this time into building this listener base, and then their music's getting taken down off the platform anyway. I mean, how freaking heartbreaking would that be?
Yeah, or they're paying fines for all the bot listens, which is out of their control.
Right,
It makes no sense.
right. So why play the game at that point, right? And I think pulling away from it like you did, it gave me a lot more confidence to tell everyone else, hey, look, if one of the best musicians that I know is pulling this shit off, maybe you should follow suit, right? And I know some people that make a little bit of money off of it. Maybe they're making enough of it to pay their rent every month. And if you are, God bless you. You're right. Like you're doing well, and you've you've found something that a lot of us are never going to. Right, but I think there's another way. I've followed guys like Indiepreneur and Rick Barker that have all been a direct-to-fan method from the get-go. So what we're trying to teach people with the Midwest Original Music Organization, and what we're doing is like, hey, there's a different way. You can get out, you can just play your shows, you can connect with those people. It's all about connecting and having some attachment to those people from there, and then just selling them your products individually, right? And granted, digital or physical album sales aren't what they used to be. They're never going to get back to where they used to be. I have a Ghost Town vinyl in my. I don't listen to it, right? That's not how I consume it, but I have it.
They will go back. The internet's about to be an unusable feature, man. I don't know if you've seen the rapid generation roll this stuff, and I won't get into it because Alec knows. I'll just I will spiral and then I'll say wrap it up, guys. We're going home. But I think the internet's become so absolutely unusable, you won't be able to trust a single thing, and it's already kind of there.
Right.
And it's not like, in a year, I bet it'll be so untrustworthy, unusable, that people have to, we're going to go to the new internet, which is just outside. And and which is just
real music again, right?
Like, we're going to be like, what is this thing called a handshake? Like,
right.
We're heading that direction.
And I see a lot of people, I talk about AI a lot on the podcast with musicians, and I use it for a lot of my editing and different things like that we're using it, and I see people that use it for music creation, and God bless them. A lot of what I see it in is people that have written stuff, but they have no idea and don't have the 10 years to dedicate to learning an instrument, but they're able to get this out of themselves. And I think that's great, because none of us are making any money with our music online. God bless you. Put it out there. That's awesome. It's only making what we do even more valuable, because once it's full, like you're saying, nobody's going to want to swim in that pool. It's full of turds. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, who's going to want to jump in that? Pool. Right. So people are going to want to come out and see good live music again. And I think it's at that tipping point, right? So I think you're just ahead of the curve. I think you're where a lot of people are going to be. I'm going down to Nashville next week to cover the Josie Music Awards, and I think I'm going to hear a lot of the same stuff from them too. It's the same thing where it's like, hey, we're pulling away from that. It's all about the live stuff again. It's about the songwriters. It's about, stuff like you're doing, Zander. Talk a little bit about what you've got. I know you have a weekly at Greenway that you're doing now, and you guys were just playing there yesterday, a really cool studio effect. Like, talk about the vibe that you're building in the Greenway studio.
Absolutely, yeah. The first Wednesdays of the month over at Greenway Recording in northeast Minneapolis. I just host a little songwriter rounds, and it's essentially 4 local artists coming together to play 3 songs, talk about the stories from the muse and whatever they want to talk about regarding the song, and it is 100% acoustic. Like, we have microphones and cameras set up, but it's just for the recording purposes to capture the moment. Otherwise, all the artists get to like sing to the room, so the 20-25 people in the room get to hear the most raw, intimate version of this song, which is super cool. And it's been a great way. Like, I always tell people, like, maybe you hear a song on the radio that reminds you of your grandma, and then you come to find out later that that song was written for their long lost dog or something like that. And that's kind of the beauty behind songwriting, is like, what that song means to me, what the lyrics mean to me, might mean something completely different to somebody else. And so these songwriter rounds are a perfect way to hear about the story from the artists themselves, talk about the song, talk about the muse behind it, and what I've noticed is like it shows this cool connection, not only from the community to the musicians and having this little thing go on, but also people who have heard these songs before are like, oh, I've always really enjoyed that song that you wrote, Bubba, but now I get this like intimate like connection to that song because I get to hear it straight from your mouth and what the song means to you. It kind of gives like the song a different kind of feeling, a different meaning, and all that jazz. So just been trying to cultivate that a little bit.
I love it. So you said you had cameras and stuff set up. Are you streaming it? Are you broadcasting it somewhere?
Yes.
Where is it?
Yeah, on Greenway Recording's Twitch account. We're streaming it live on Twitch whenever
Sweet.
it happens. Yeah.
Sweet. Are they capturing those recordings as well, so you have them after the fact? Awesome.
so all the
I mean,
artists get
that's
access to
what I did all weekend when I was at the Wild West Songwriters Fair. I had 2 rounds both days. So I'm like, well, I'm setting up freaking cameras, man. I'm playing with some of my favorites, right? I played with Andrew Jant and Nevada Ellison, and I'm like, I'm not wasting this opportunity. Bobby Joe Cool, a good friend of ours, Laura Mills, who is incredible. Like, I'm not wasting an opportunity. Sure, it's fun. I get to capture my stuff, and I think that's what most people think. Are like, oh yeah, you want to capture your round? Like, I don't give a shit about my songs, right? Like, I care about all these people that I get to sit with and the stories from them. I love that you guys are doing that. It's right in line with what we're doing. And now we're very fortunate that we have a connection to Roku channels and some of the fast streaming networks that we're putting our Songwriter Showcase, what I call our premium content, we're taking it straight to Roku, right? So like we've taken it from YouTube and being, you know, a small podcast to now we are on fucking TV, right? And people still need to download the app and to do that, but I'd much rather drive that than driving Spotify numbers, right? Like driving people to that. Come see something real. I love the acoustic nature of what you guys are doing too, the not plugged in nature of it. I know you guys were plugged in for your set yesterday, which looked really cool.
It would have sounded a lot like this on the stream without.
Yeah, there were some live videos that people got in the room, and you see me playing guitar, but you can't hear anything.
Right.
The amp's in a different room, isolated. The headphones aren't on the phone.
That was pretty funny. It was like those shreds videos on YouTube where it's just like where they put the sound over a famous video of a famous band. It's just like
Yeah.
I love it though. I think what you guys have been doing up there is cool. I think it speaks to a lot of what we're talking about. Get in the room with these real moments and to be part of that. Capturing those moments is still important, but it's not for the large conglomerates, right? It's not for the Spotify and it's not for these other things. It's for our own TV channel.
Yes.
Like we are the media, right? We
Absolutely,
are
That's what
MTV
we're trying
and
to do, bring
everything.
the people to us, like, because that's the best way to connect with these people too. Live and on the ground, grassroots, like we're doing right here while we're touring and stuff like that. But also with the Bandcamp, forcing people to go to Bandcamp. We're just changing the narrative. Like Spotify doesn't take care of artists at all, so why have our music on there? You know, so let's bring them to a place where, Bandcamp literally has an app. It's super easy to use. You can listen to our songs on there or buy it directly and download it straight to your phone. Like,
Right.
It's a great way to support artists.
Yeah, I didn't know how to download more than one file on my phone, so I just cut the album, put all the songs together with a 2-3 second gap, so you get one file,
Nice.
right? You get a 22-minute album, right, or EP or whatever you want to call it. So your download is like, here, listen to the whole thing, but you're supporting me directly. I don't have to cut anybody into that, right? And it was just an interesting way. I just had those things, right? So why not use what you have instead of worrying about that? I'll probably put it onto Bandcamp. I have it going out onto streaming and stuff too, but I'm not going to waste any time marketing to that, right? Like I couldn't get it from Spotify without putting it out in other places, and I do want people to be able to hear it and to go out. And I've had some friends that have made, you know, at some point, so like, hey, people are going to find you where they find you, so at least give them the opportunity. But you know, when you have that product and you have the wherewithal to make it happen, you just have to go and do it. I can't let you go without talking about Wildman TV.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna say about it. Go watch it if you want to know what it is. It's a reality show. It's free. It's a free TV show on YouTube about what it's like to actually be in a band. not all the fake stuff like this. You seen this CBS show coming out called The Road, where it's like
I saw like
10 hopeful musicians compete, and like they're on a tour bus. Like, I mean, hopeful, they've made it. They're hanging out with Blake Shelton. They're literally on a bus, and all of them have like 30,000 followers. Like, shut up. Those are not people trying to make it. Those are people on those are people like on The Voice or whatever.
Well,
we are the real The Road without Blake Shelton, their Keith Urban, and without sold out shows. So check that out. That's way more fun.
Well, that's what this is, right? Is this? We'll capture a little bit of footage here.
I got so mad. I'm like, we've been doing this already. What do you mean you made a new thing?
We'll go with the Wildman, Clayton Ryan.
Yeah.
Search bar on YouTube.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube, guys. I'm a huge fan. I'm always tuning into it, always sharing it when I see it as well, and getting people out there. And that's really what the Scene Projects has always been about. It is supporting people that are already out there creating and to promote that stuff. And is it going to take us twice as long to get there? It's already taken me twice as long. Yeah, dude. I'm almost 40 now, boys. Like, I've been at this a long time. I'm just now hitting my stride.
62 is my peak. 62?
Well, boys, I hear them warming up. We're going to get you sound checked. We're looking forward to a great show here tonight. I appreciate you guys being on the show, man. It was a blast time. That's Clayton Ryan, Zander. Check them out on the road with the Wildman on YouTube. Zander's got some great stuff going on at Greenway Recording. First Wednesday, you said?
First Wednesdays of the month.
First Wednesdays of the month. So awesome stuff, man. We'll see you guys next time on the Scene Projects.